I'm outside right now. I'm undefeated tonight. 2-0. 3, really. Because when niggas see me, they fucking just pulled off. Don't drive off when y'all see me outside. I'm outside right now, nigga. I'm outside right now.
Working on a weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit your block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in Rosewood, this shit too plush. Bitch, this is fame, not clout. I don't even know what that's about, watch your mouth. Baby got an ego twice the size of the crib. I can never tell a shit, it is what it is.
Yeah, it ain't safe outside right now. Don't beat no cars up when you see a nigga sleeping. I'm outside right now.
No. What the fuck is up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. You already know what it is, and damn. I know nobody wants to be reporting on things like this. It's very unfortunate considering we were all anticipating this. We all were anticipating such a big clash taking place on March 19th. But let's go ahead and get into the news. Unfortunately, breaking news has just surfaced that Brian Castano, WBO champion at the 154-pound weight, is officially injured for this bout with a torn bicep. Now, rightfully so, he's going to have to postpone the fight, which I completely understand. When there's a 4-belt undisputed on the line, you want to be, of course, all fighters have an injury at some point, but a bicep tear, if you can't use your arms, you can't win a fight.
No, sir!
Ask Gary Russell. Bruh. Or can you? But that's for another story. Let's go. All right, fight fans. So this article is authored by Diego Morella, and he says that the dream of having a 4-belt undisputed king in the junior middleweight division is in serious peril. Multiple reports indicate that Argentina's Brian Castano, 17-0 with 2 draws, 12 knockouts, has suffered a biceps tear during the training and is now unable to comply with the March 19th date already set for his fight against ring champion Jermell Iron Man Charlo. 34-1 with 18 KOs, scheduled to take place on a newly minted in the newly minted Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles. The fight is being reportedly rescheduled for either May or June, but no word on the postponement or on possible rescheduled dates has been released just yet.
How dare you!
This could mean the end of a carefully structured deal to keep all 4 belts at play in this fight. While Charlo owns the Ring Magazine belt, the IBF, the WBA, and WBC titles, Brian Castano holds the WBO belt. And all 4 sanctioning bodies had agreed, in one way or the other, to postpone their demands for mandatory bouts until after this clash. The WBO is demanding show cause in order to avoid having a defense mandated against Australia's own Tim Tszyu. Castano may still choose to face Charlo in a very lucrative bout, but if his WBO belt is declared vacant, then Charlo's side may choose to renegotiate their deal for the fight. Now, there won't be a unification, but rather a defense of Charlo's multiple belts. Furthermore, Charlo may face similar situations with other contenders to any of his multiple belts, triggering a potential conflict that could derail the Charlo-Castano fight altogether. The pair had already fought to a draw back in July 17th of 2021 and have been renegotiating a match ever since. Several dates were mentioned along the way, with March 19th being officially announced in early February. Now with Tszyu's management exerting pressure to get their fighter a title shot, and with mandatory contenders such as Bakram, Murzaliyev, IBF, and Israel Madrimov of the WBA, and the winner of the Erickson-Lubin, Sebastian Fondorf, which is eliminated taking place by the WBC, waiting in the wings to see how they can throw some weight of their own. The Charlo-Castano rematch may either be seriously downgraded or it may not happen at all. Hey, fight fans, man, I know this is a blow. I know this is something we didn't want to hear, but I mean, shit, imagine if you were in the rematch, the biggest fight of your life, and the fight that, you know, pretty much the whole world arguably agrees that you won the fight. You're going to be training your hardest, you're going to be training your best, you're going to be putting everything into it because you don't want to leave any stones unturned for the second go round. So I could imagine a motherfucker training his ass off and probably have a bicep tear in the course of this happening. I mean, shit, you could walk to the gym, you could walk in the doors of the gym, probably trip up on a step up or some shit like that, twist your ankle, you know, anything could freaking happen. These are the facts of life. So I'm not holding anything against Brian Castano because the fight has to be postponed, because we do know Brian Castano is more than willing to fight. Man, it's just unfortunate that, you know, this man has 2 draws on his record that should be wins when it comes to Aries Landry-Lara, and it should be Jermell Charlo. Now, there's bigger issues here. Now, we hear, of course, you know, Israel Madrimov and Erickson Lubin's fighting an eliminator was Fondor. Like, these things aren't just taking place right now. Tim Tszyu, great freaking fighter. Shout out to, you know, the second generation fighter, Tim Tszyu. You know, that Takashi Inoue fight was amazing. But yet and still, they ain't the fights we want to see, goddammit. We wanted that March 19th showdown between fucking Iron Man, and we wanted that March 19th showdown against motherfucking Brian Castano himself. We ain't hearing the WBO, WBA, WBC, IBF sanctioning body, Ring Magazine, blah, 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 blah. We don't care about none of that. We ain't hearing none of that. I fuck with Tim Tszyu, I fuck with all of them dudes. But at the end of the day, let's be serious here. Boxing fans want clarity in a fucking division. We want clarity in a division. And if judges weren't so crooked, if promoters weren't crooked, if everybody who had their hands in such a fucked up sport weren't so crooked, maybe we would definitively get to express ourselves, whether it's in victory for the fighter that we favor or in defeat of the fighter that we favor when it came to this situation the first time. So, I don't care about the sanctioning body issues, work it out. If you've worked together all this time, continue to do so. Now, of course, they're saying they want Brian Castano to show cause so that he can prove that he's truly injured so the fight can continue to take place. I'm not denying that he's injured at all. I know he wants to fight. I'm sure he didn't want to pull out of this situation, so I'm sure he'll be more than willing to do that. So if that is the only standing in our way, then that shit'll be moved to the side quickly enough. But man, look, the 4-belt era is a big game of skull fuckery, because time and time again, these guys make their own rules, they enforce their own rules, they do what they want to do, and then when it comes to something significant, and a guy who I consider to be a genuine fighter, a real warrior, and Brian Castano himself is injured, you know, let's not act like, you know, these trials and tribulations or all of these hurdles are going to be what stands in the way. I'm sure Jermell Charlo has no problem waiting a couple of more months to wrap up this undisputed thing, if it's his dream, if it's truly his dream. So fight fans, I know reporters got to cross their T's and dot their I's when they talk about this or that, and we have to, of course, break down what rightfully could take place or couldn't take place in the event of they can't work this shit out. But fuck that bullshit. Work it out. Boxing is so fucking corrupt. Make this work, because if you don't make it work, we really don't have air for anything else. I mean, shit, fight fans are frustrated enough. We're not frustrated by injuries, but we're frustrated by the bullshit that goes on with sanctioning bodies, promotional outfit, X, Y, and Z. So just make the fight happen. We're more than willing to wait. Y'all need to do your job. Because this is the last thing I'm gonna say. If Dillian White had to wait 1,200 freaking days just before his mandatory freaking name gets drawn out of the bucket, after all of the things he's done in the division, I don't want to hear bullshit about us not being able to postpone a couple of months so we can get a 4-belt undisputed, considering all of the fuckery the WBC has done in the heavyweight division, considering all of the fuckery all of these other sanctioning bodies has done. Well, that's all I got for you guys. As we always say at the end of this shit, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. It's the motherfucking boss. Brian, get well, bro. Respect.